Thank you. Yeah, so here, I'll show you a trick.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hey.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
What's up? How are you?
I'm very well. Multi-speaker. Yeah, this is better. I just came out of a business meeting and now drinking my, what is this? Blue Lotus She tea.
I like low-key almost expected you to say like some like crazy shit like ayahuasca or some shit. I was like, I don't know
Oh
why.
my God, your shirt. Modern monks. Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No,
Water mugs.
I actually have ayahuasca in my fridge, but no, I don't do it like that.
I don't know why am I not surprised?
Probably gonna bleep that part of the sharing.
Why?
Get it?
Why
Yeah,
would you have to? Oh my gosh.
right? Society, right?
Yeah, society's some weird shit going on. But oh my God, yo, look, I'm like really fucking excited to talk to you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Me too.
Like, you had no idea. Legit, like last night I was like, bruh, like I can't even sleep. I'm like, I really am like super excited to have this conversation.
Right.
I think, um, I think that like the way that your language, the language that you speak in terms of spirituality is like very like my language. And it's like it's so hard to find people that like really speak your language.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
like I'm like, yo, this is lit.
Yeah, like kindred spirits. Me too. Like honestly, like I barely do these things anymore. But with you, it felt so natural. Like, oh yeah, he's in the wavelength.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I'm like, where? Let's do it. Where are we going?
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
This is exciting. This is exciting.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly like I'm like kind of nervous. I'm like, holy shit, like
You're so sweet.
Uh, uh,
Okay, let's start with like, where are you based?
yeah, so I'm based, well, actually, I'm in Cleveland right now,
Yeah.
but I'm originally from Hawaii. So, um, basically, I decided to, well, so it's like a long story. It's like this whole twin flame journey and everything.
Yeah.
But basically, I came out here to pursue music and like to really pursue my dream. So like for a while I was like basically the world yo-yo champion and that was like my whole identity. I won the world yo-yo contest in 2018 and since
Wait,
then I kind of built
the champion of what? What game?
yo-yo.
Oh, yo-yo.
Yeah, like
That's
this.
so cool. That's a
Yeah.
lead, a skill to have.
Thank you. Yeah, so here I'll show you a trick.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I love it.
Kind of mess everything up, but yeah,
Yeah.
so that was kind of like my thing. So that was kind of my life for a while
Mhm.
and then I decided to build like a brand around it. So I started my own yo-yo brand, my own yo-yo company. EvanNigal.com is kind of like where I sell my yo-yos. Immediate promotion, you know. But yeah, so I kind of created some success with that. But like there was always like something really, really calling me towards music, like even before I started doing yo-yo.
Yeah.
So I was like I just had this feeling like I was gonna make a really positive impact through music.
Yeah.
Like this is like in 2015. Like it was during like some sort of kind of meditation retreat that was like kind of a fasting retreat. Like God basically told me like, "Yo, you're meant to do music." And I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like like what do you mean? Like I don't even like hardly play music. I don't play instruments. I've never sang.
Yeah.
And there's like, "You're gonna do music." So I was like, "All right, whatever. Fuck it." And I didn't think anything of it and just kept going, kept doing my yo-yo career. But then like later, like in 2022, I got called to like move to LA and like pursue it like full time. I'm like,
Nice.
okay, this is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But then uh then I realized that like it's like a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Like
Mhm.
there's a lot of like roadblocks. And then long story short, I met my twin flame like last year around October. And like whatever happened with her like ignited this huge like shift in my consciousness and everything. It like started like a kundalini like awakening and all this crazy shit. Like it just forced me to just like get out of everything that I was doing, like shed my
Yeah.
old skin and go to the next level. So now I'm in Cleveland, and I actually have my bandmate right here in the room with me. So he's yeah, so we've been working on some music together. So long
That's
story short, that's what's going on for me right now.
amazing. I mean, like, I was telling one of my best friends that the best two life skills that we could have right now, it's either DJing or producing music or stripping. Either or.
That's the biggest life skill.
Yeah, I mean, for an
I gotta learn that. I gotta learn the shipping part. I'm
yeah,
not good
right?
at that part yet. So
For an awake being or whatever. You know, once you're out of like the whole configurations of the it's just like anything is a transmission. So like music, wow, fucking cool way to connect with other beings or dancing. Why not? Yeah.
yeah, 1,000%. I think, communication, like talking is like cool and stuff, but I don't think it's like the best way to convey like really, really deep vibrations.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I always tell my friends this, like when we're trying to explain enlightened states, like, some of us have been through certain enlightened states,
Yeah.
and stuff, and it's like the words, like you just can't really explain what it actually is like. You do your best. It's like everything and nothing at the same time, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just infinite light. But like really, like the language that you use, you kind of have to like lower your vibration to like 450 is where logic lies, right, on
Yeah.
the scale. And so like you're kind of actually coming down so you guys can communicate this stuff and then go off on your own and kind of experience that. But like the real communication of that vibration is like when you're just laughing and the other person's laughing, or when you're making a song and they're really feeling what you're feeling. Like that's a
Yeah.
better way to really like connect between two souls. So
Hell yeah. Hey, you're right. You speak my language. I got everything you mean, and I explain it like that too. Interesting.
that's why I was thinking, because
Yeah.
I was watching this thing, one of your recent videos, and you're talking about like the 600s and being above the 600s. I was like, I totally get this shit. Like, yes, yes, this is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, like I'm really just curious to honestly get to know you, and also like perhaps get some feedback from you, and I don't know, just get to know you a bit, because the way that I really see you is like a very, very high-minded being.
Yeah.
Like very like like a guru, but like you're very like modest. So you like so like I don't know, you're just subtle with the way that you like can enter people's minds and like change their fields. You're like a modern mystic. Like
Thank you for
it's
that
kind of cool.
reflection.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
I don't know, I was curious, like how did that kind of begin for you and like your spiritual journey and everything?
Thank you. And first, I want to see like takes one to know one because some people just experience like their story or their judgment or, the Guardians of Paradox or the shadow of them projected through the light of that, So when you can pierce through those gates, then it's like, then, whew, so really cool.
Mm.
Um, how it started. The depths of hell, like honestly, like wanting to like kill myself, crying myself to sleep, crying in the shower in the morning when I wanted to wake up. Like the amount of density that I chose to transmute in this incarnation was so high. I was fat, like because I was carrying so much. That was
Mm.
probably like 15 years ago. I don't know. I'm like 29. It was when I was like 17 or 8, but yeah, 11, 12 years. What's time? But to give some
Mm.
context. And then out of that desperation of not understanding why I was so contracted, suddenly like something opened up and then like I got it. Like, I mean, and after
Mm.
that, infinite journeys of integration and reflections and but I think yeah, I was 18 when like that opened up. And then I felt like what I would call like archangel beings like around
Mm.
me, where I was like in deep despair when I was asking like Godhead, source, whatever, help, like I want to see this is too much suffering. And then like I started seeing the lights, the colors, like when you do ayahuasca, that you can see the coding of the matrix and pierce, like everything turned like that. And then I was like, whoa, this
Mm.
is so low. And then yeah. So long story
You
short,
think it was like a Kundalini awakening?
no, that wasn't my Kundalini awakening. That was like a mind's eye glimpse. Like literally the mind eye
Mm.
like opened for a bit to give me a glimpse of how it's gonna be in the future. And then like I was like that for like 5 months and then it left. And then I was so sad. But I had the glimpse of
Mm.
like how it was. So then I was like, with that knowledge, how am I gonna like bring all this density? And then I started integrating. And then after 5 years from that, like Kundalini happened. Then I was like 8 months in bliss, like type of like MDMA, like bliss floatingness that I was like, I'm done. And then the next one showed up.
Yeah, of course.
Then the next one showed up. And I was like, from that level of floatingness and MDMA bliss, I went to the pits of hell again. And it felt like 1,000 demons. I was in Mexico because I don't know what
Mm.
freaking karma I had to transmute from Mexico past life, or maybe the Mexico feel. Like I love Mexico, nothing what I'm saying. I'm like, fuck yeah, Mexico. Yet it felt like 1,000 demons just enter my body.
Mm.
But again, that's also okay. No, those layers. And then the density came back and it took me like 8 months in bed. I couldn't
Mm.
even move.
Holy shit.
My nervous system was fried as fuck. But then I got the understanding, like the psychic knowledge, intuitive recognition that because I had the space, now I was ready to like integrate that level of health in my body. But the body's
Mm.
like the machine, it's like the car. So then I was just like, what the fuck's going, like the software clicking, like, it's just like, shit, I'm gonna die. And yeah.
Holy shit.
I was intense. Yeah.
Well, because like it's interesting because
Yeah.
I think there's like I think it's not talked about enough, the integration process. I
Yeah.
think a lot of spiritual seekers are just chasing that, like the God experience of source.
Yeah.
But there's this spiritual teacher called Maharishka. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Maharik Shah. No. What about her?
So she's from India and she kind of talks about like all sorts of different things. She was really helping me a lot on my twin flame journey, like
Yeah.
understanding the process and definitely I understand kind of the demon thing, like not to that level I think, but this twin flame journey has very much
Yeah.
been like releasing a lot of this karma and like a lot of intensity and whatever. But with her, she talks about there's a lot of like spiritual people who have attained or broken through the level of like 700 or whatever, but they come back and then now like it's like really difficult to integrate.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something about you telling me that kind of got like kind of sparked some thought in me that you kind of have to experience both ends. You have the tree and then you have the roots.
Yeah.
And like if you don't go through both of those, then you can't contain all of that energy that you really need to contain to really make it like holistic in your human incarnation. Like
Yeah.
really ground yourself into what you're here to do, what your purpose is here. It's all like, yeah, we can experience life in the heavens or in hell, but like at the end of the day, we're here to kind of integrate all that and package it into who we are as humans. Like,
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I call it like being back to being the monkey. You like it, you shit, you fuck, you play, you work, it's just like you are a regular human, just like with the knowing that you're not. So then it's more freeing and funny and like, yeah.
you ever heard of Bruce Lee talking about a punch is a punch, a punch is not a punch is a punch?
What does it mean?
So basically, Bruce Lee says when you're first starting out, like
Yeah.
learning how to do like martial arts, a punch is just a punch. You just go like this, right? You just
Right.
punch somebody. when you get more deep into it, you learn the intricacies of the punch. You learn like how certain muscle fibers twitch in certain ways and how different like techniques cause the momentum of your fist to be directed in different way. So that's like you're kind of in that phase of learning about how to throw the best punch. But
Nice.
after you really learn that and you really integrate it, you've thrown thousands of punches. Now all of a sudden, a punch is just a punch.
Yeah.
You're just flowing. You're just flowing. And it's like literally the same thing as before. But you went through this process and now it's the same, but it's different. But you still perceive it as a punch is just a punch.
Yeah. That's a really great metaphor. It's like, it's not that things happen. Yeah, they do and they don't. It's funny. It's not that um, there's no challenge. It's like the way how we deal with those or how we perceive those is just from like, I would call it like 10,000 feet. Like if you're in a skyscraper, even though you're grounded on earth in the groundlessness, that's the thing. It's like, oh, then it's just like fart in the wind. It's just like, oh, oh, there's no resistance. That's how I would measure the levels of embodiment of the realization. Just like feels like, oh, interesting. Oh wow, that this. Oh wow, how am I gonna respond to that? You know, like oh okay. It's like,
Uh, I love it. I love it.
yeah,
Yeah. 1,000%. Oh my gosh. There's like, you know what's weird? I feel like, I guess, I think there's like a lot of pent up energy because like there's a lot of, like, I was just thinking of all these things. I'm like, oh, I could talk to her about this and I could talk to her about this. Like, there's all these things that I could say and she would get it. And it's like, it's just so
yeah,
exciting. Um, One thing I think would be interesting to talk about, well, there's like a lot. One of the things I want to talk about, definitely get into is like the vibration of music and like my purpose with that and stuff. And
yeah.
um, but I think one thing to talk about before that is kind of some of my spiritual experiences before that. Um, so I guess like one of the interesting experiences that I had was um like this meditation retreat that I had with this guy named Michael Beckwith. It was
Cool.
just a 3-day retreat. It wasn't like some crazy like Vipassana shit. I don't know. Have you ever heard of this guy, Michael Beckwith?
No, but tell me about it.
He's super cool. So he runs like this place called Agape International in Beverly Hills, and he he's basically like an ascended master. He's like really high level, and he was on. I think he was on like The Secret. I don't know if you've seen The
Yeah,
Secret. Yeah, a guy, black guy with dreads.
nice.
So, anyways, like there's just like a lot of explaining, but I went to this meditation retreat and just like meditated for like 18 hours a day, basically for 3 days straight. And the first 2 days were kind of strange. It was like I was just like it was just very sexual, like a lot of sexual shit going on. I don't know what that was about. And I think in my lifetime, even now, I'm still battling or like working through processing some of this
Right.
sexual stuff. But yeah, anyway, just to give you context, and it was like I was just like there was just this light being goddess that was just like fucking me the whole time, and I was like, holy shit, like what the hell is this?
Oh, you mean
Um,
like it was energetic, like the whole central energy.
yeah, like there was while I was meditating, I was like really trying to do the thing that he was saying, which is like just focusing on the breath and listening with the inner ear and seeing with the inner eye. It was like
Yeah,
all these things all at once to kind of I don't know what it was supposed to do, but as I was doing that, like just some being just was like coming down from the heavens and just like having sex with me. And I was like, holy shit, this is intense. So it was like, it was just this very like, I don't know, like pleasure, bliss feeling.
nice.
And then on the third day, that's when like I had the breakthrough. Like I peaked my head above 700 and I was like, holy shit, like what the fuck? Like, you just have that experience of just like it was like everything. I mean, you already know, but for the people that maybe haven't had an experience like that, it was just completely ineffable, like where everything was light and I was just everything and everything was me and just that connectedness is like holy shit. But actually the thing that really like sparked something for me, even more than the experience itself, was kind of coming back, integrating back into my body.
Yeah.
Because when I opened my eyes, I saw like reality suck into form. It went
Mhm.
like it was like I could see reality coming back into manifestation, and I was like, oh shit. So this whole time, like, like we're just manifesting everything all the
Yeah.
time. I was like, oh my God. I just had that that realization. And I was like, okay, now I'm kind of understanding like, what the Ashtavakra Gita or whatever and
Yeah.
all these books are talking about. But it was like very like obvious, like from a first person perspective.
Yeah.
Um,
Basically that.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like you might have something to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the void or what people experience in ketamine, like when they go in a K-hole. Like it's, you see the blackness of it all, and then it's just thought. The only thing that's truly real, and it's not, it's thought. And then thought creates the image. So manifestation is just thought into a conviction projected into an image of a cup of tea or whatever. So then everything becomes way more psychedelic and way more dream-like because it's like we're dreaming awake, like a reality wakenness becomes like the dreams, like the body's so floaty you feel like you're dreaming, like if you're falling asleep, same thing.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so fascinating though, because I always think about that and I realized that I really like my solidness though. I really like the belief in that everything's kind of here. Like, I can trust in this microphone. Like I can trust it to just be here. Like
Yeah, me
uh
too. Yeah, yeah, but then it like shows up out of the desire of what you want to create. Like you want to do music, you want to do podcasts, you want to, so then microphone shows up, you want stability, house shows up. But it's like there's no attachment to the things. If you were to let go of everything tomorrow, that could feel fine too,
hmm.
would it?
Well, yeah, well, that's the
Yeah,
challenge, right? That's
right.
the growing process, but yeah, it's very interesting. I think just this human life is such a fucking gift. Like it's so we get to do so much cool shit as humans. Like
Yeah,
it's amazing. Like I don't know.
the senses, the beauty, the smells, the taste, the it everything just sensation. Only
Mm,
beings that have sensation.
mm. Yeah, and we get to experience hell and we get to experience the shitty parts too.
That's the thing. It comes with a price kind of thing. Like, oh, you want to experience bliss? Then like, oh, we have free will. Well, let me choose to play these timelines for a while. And then like, fuck, no, okay. Yeah.
It's like it's so funny because like every time you say something, I just like I totally get that. It's just like I don't know there's many
Thanks.
people that'll really get that, but I mean there's some, but yeah, it's like I thought about that actually. Like you're the type of people that you communicate are very high level people.
Yeah.
That's why I see like the shit that you do, like with your teachings and stuff, like the people that will get it, they're people that when they get it, it really matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like for me, my purpose is really to like kind of spread my, the music and everything really wide. Like
Yeah.
my intention is to go really viral with everything.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't necessarily think that's what you need to be doing,
Yeah.
like for you. And I mean, I guess I'm not saying that to tell you that, but I'm saying that because you know, and I think everybody's gonna get this, that you're very much like very high up there, and then everybody's kind of following you, and then they do the work for you, kind of like the
Yeah.
the work of what they need to do, and that's a weird way to conceptualize it, because when you really get to the higher levels of consciousness, it's just everybody just
Yeah.
vibing together.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just a vibe. Yet when they're not there, it seems like it's, and again, I love to say yes to that. And I love to say that It's just a so to speak. Like I don't like to create hierarchies. It's just like some beings are gonna be more embodied in some things than other beings. That's why we go to experts for or whatever. But it doesn't mean that they're not in a higher level in a different aspect of their soul's evolution.
Hmm. Hmm. 1,000%. I mean, it's like questioning, oh, what's more important, like the hand or the feet?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're both kind of important. I don't know. I don't know what. That's an interesting question, just like on a funny level. Like, would I rather not have hands or not have feet? But it's like we need the feet and the hands to all kind of work together, you know?
For some reason they type and they put on their clothes or whatever. They walk us. Like honestly, I see my body as a pet.
Okay.
My my baby tiger pet. It's just like my body. And I'm like, oh cool, I get to dress it up and put could chill in it, but like it's a little pet. The thing is, once we awake that the pet's here to serve us, then we can use our vehicles to channel our purpose. And to me, that's the highest realization of your human body. To use it as a tool of communication, music, JoJo, whatever, podcast, mentoring, DJing, stripping, whatever,
Mm, mm.
DJ stripping.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
It's interesting that like just the sexual part. The sexual part's
yeah.
really fun to talk about, and um it's funny because I found your channel kind of randomly. Like your channel just popped up in my algorithm, and I watched a video from you, and I was like, holy shit, like this chick is like high level, right? I was like, damn. And then later, so I was just following you for a bit. You were helping me through, your videos were helping me through my little like Kundalini twin flame journey, whatever.
Nice.
And then I found your Instagram and I saw that you had a picture with Frank Yang. And I was just like, oh shit, like that totally makes sense. Like, I was like, okay, that makes sense to me. 'Cause I see you guys on kind of like in that realm, like very, very high level. And um, yeah, it's interesting. I like actually with Frank, he's an interesting character because I actually had been following him for a really long time, just inadvertently. Like he'll just show up randomly in my field. Like, um, I think the first time that I saw him was I think it was like this group called Real Social Dynamics, which
Mm.
was like a pickup community that would they would go out and talk to girls and
That makes
stuff.
sense that he was there.
Yeah. So I saw him doing some stuff. I was like, oh, that guy's kind of cool. Like this Asian dude, like going to talk to girls and stuff. It was kind of something to look up to in a way. And then like later I saw him on in some like workout fields, like
Yeah.
bodybuilding stuff. And so that was cool. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then later his thing just popped up in my algorithm towards like spirituality and non-duality and all this stuff. And I was just like, huh, that's interesting. So he just keeps popping up in my field, and something about that is interesting because then you show up and now I think, are you guys like dating or something?
We traveled together for 3 months.
Hmm.
And I mean, I don't really date, but we had a really intense connection and like transmuted a lot because I was like, I want to meet someone that could get me from that state of consciousness to see if there's stuff to still look at. And we went through
Mm.
some like integrations and journeys, and we have like 8 months of content. But I think he's taking a break now because he has his contemplative CrossFit group.
Okay.
So he's like kind of
Interesting.
out of social media for a bit, but when he comes back, there's like probably 5 more videos that he's gonna post about me and him and like deep lessons of our journey together. And yeah, it's gonna be coming
Mm.
soon. Dot dot dot.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I find him a very fascinating guy because he's explored so many realms of consciousness.
yeah,
But it's almost difficult for the mortal to understand because you're like he's trying to explain this shit, but it's like you
yeah,
can't really understand it at the end of the day. But he does a really good job of explaining things.
yeah. He's a
Like,
really really complex, intriguing, curious being. Like what I can say is like I just for times I just kept looking at him and being like, what? It's like what? And then like the reflection just you kind of like get the transmissions that we're giving each other just through what we said. Not even talking yet, like the little glimpses and just light,
Mm,
just I light. Yeah.
mm, mm. But I do feel like with you, because one of my gifts is being able to see purpose in people and see like direction, right? With you, like you're a little different from Frank, where his is kind of like the jhana yoga path, you know, like where he's like studying and I guess it's like I forget the other, is it Kriya yoga? No, what is that? I forget the other name. Like when you
Vipassana, the breathing thing, the
yeah, yeah, his path is very much like enlightenment through that path, but I think your path is a very karma yoga path. And not to say that his is like
yeah,
isn't that, you know, but I think your path is very karma yoga, which is like making an impact on the world, like
yeah,
really going out, taking action and like similar to me, like really doing big things. Um, and I think that's what is really exciting for me to connect with you because I'm very much on that karma yoga path as
nice.
well.
Yeah.
As much as, you know, and there's nothing wrong with any path, but as much as I enjoy and appreciate those moments of enlightenment and those moments of like everything is connected and we're all pure and everything, there's some part of me that really likes the journey of coming back to being a human and like conquering this dragon. And the dragon for me
Oh yeah.
is the enlightenment of all beings, you
Yeah.
know? That's so exciting. Like it's like
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's my guess only intention. That and like after that, like then what? The embodiment of everybody's gifts.
Mhm.
Because fucking love business. Like that's by what I mean by karma yoga. Like I love building cool teams with cool people and creating epic shit and then demonstrating that everybody can do that. So it's like, okay, you're not gonna like I think in the old that's why I call it modern mystic, like all enlightened ascended masters, gurus, whatever. Okay, stay in the cage or just like meditate or teach. I'm just like, no, now let's fuck some shit up. Now that you're awake, what are you gonna do with that energy?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you wanna do? It's like infinite possibilities. That's what's exciting. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh, makes me so happy.
I think that's what it is. You know, I think, well, for you, you had a lot of this transmutation happen in this lifetime.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of like us, the modern monks, the modern mystics,
Yeah.
we've had lifetimes of just meditating fucking like all day, every day.
Yeah.
And we're like getting to higher states of consciousness, and then like we come into this lifetime, we're like, bruh, like I
Yeah.
just want to fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck all this meditation bullshit. Like, I just want to go and like party it up, have some fun,
Yeah.
fuck shit up, but like in a way that's gonna transmute into like, you know, into the enlightenment of the collective.
Yeah.
And the universe needs people like us
Yeah.
because the high level meditators that are like sitting in their cave, they hold it down. They hold down the fort of the integrity of the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
But it's up to us. We're kind of like the foot soldiers that are like the ones going out there and really like sharing that light with the
Yeah.
world. It's
Hell
like
yeah.
it's amazing.
Yes. It's a
Uh,
vibe.
but you seem a little like maybe like a little like oh shit, maybe this is like a little daunting.
Taunton? What does Taunton
Daunting,
means?
like intense, like it's a lot. It's like a lot to take on.
Oh no, it feels really smooth and beautiful to me. That's my experience of you right now. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Like
I
in
had some, huh?
just like I was like, bro, you have no idea the things I've witnessed. Like nothing is intense to me at this point. And it's like, oh, okay. Fine. Cool.
I had a interesting music video idea that I think you would appreciate.
Yeah.
So we're working on this thing. I just started kind of really focusing in on this music thing, and it really had to do with the whole twin flame journey
Yeah.
because I think I was in a lot of resistance. Actually, when I first got out to Cleveland, I was basically just smoking 5-MeO DMT like every day.
Yeah.
Like and it was like it was the resistance to like the hell thing because I was like, all right, I just got to get back to that light and
Yeah.
I was, you know, I was really experiencing like super high levels of consciousness. I won't deny that. And there was an expansion, but I really had to there was things in my human incarnation that I wasn't acknowledging that I was on the wrong path.
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right, like I was instead of spiritual bypassing, I was like, all right, fuck, I gotta like actually sit down with myself and really get to this place. And so only very recently I really kind of got really honest with myself. What do I really want in my life? What really is my path like? So that's been the last few weeks, the last like month or two has been focusing on building this music goal.
Yeah.
And so getting to the music video idea, I think you would like it because it connects to what you're talking about. Um, Essentially, it's basically there's a monk that grows up in the monastery. I don't know if it's a music video or like multiple music videos or what, but he grows
Very
up in the
well.
monastery and he just is meditating every day and he understands the value of it, the wisdom of it, but
Yeah.
he's so fucking bored. So one day he sneaks out of his monastery and he goes and meets like like some one of his friends that like is in the real world and his friend shows him around. I'm imagining like this is in Thailand or something. So he goes through the streets of Bangkok and he sees all this shit. He sees like people getting fucked up. He sees like titties and shit, and he's like, "Oh my God, titties! He's never seen titties in his life."
Nice.
So he's like, "Holy shit, this is crazy!" And then he's like his mind's opened, He like gets to see the real world. He's like, "Holy shit!" Goes back to his monastery, and then he comes back and you know, he just like does this thing a bit more, and then he goes and sneaks out again. And then he kind of gets more involved in the situations. He's like drinking and like having fun. He's motorboating some chick, And then so then in the monastery, the one of the like his fellow monks, like the students is like, "Yo, master, like by the way, this guy's like sneaking out. Like what the fuck?" And the master's just like, "It's all good. It's all good. It's all peace. Trust the process." And so the dude's like, bro, like we can't, are we just gonna allow this? Like, what the heck? So it keeps happening. And one day, like the dude just doesn't show up to the meditation practice. His like seat's empty in the meditation hall. And the same rat monk, the guy that ratted him out, is like, yo, like, what the fuck? And the master's just like, it's all good, it's all good, it's all peace. So like I just see the scenery is just super funny because it's this monk, like bald monk, in an orange gown, and he just partying it up, like hanging
Yes.
out with his girls, like and just
Nice.
vibing. And
Yeah.
then so the end of so what happens is you see what's happening is he wakes up and he's like all hungover and he's like next to some like naked woman and he's like, oh shit. And then he's like she's like, what the heck's going on? And he's like, oh, I gotta get to like my meditation thing. Like I'm late.
Nice.
So he gets there and he's like apologizing and the master monk's like, it's okay, just sit down and meditate, whatever. And then the rat monkey is just like furious. He's like, "What the f like? You can't just let this guy do this. Like,
Right.
it's totally not monk-like." And then the master monk's like, "You'll see, you'll see." And so then the last scene is like basically you see all the monks meditating, and the main character monk he's there, and then you see like all the people that he was partying with all meditating with him. So he drew them
Nice.
into the energy.
Yeah.
And then the final scene after that is like everybody's partying and the master monk and everybody is just partying in the ashram, like in the monastery.
I love that because to me, that's a beautiful expression of the paradox.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it really expresses the life that we choose to live, and even with you, like I see you and it's fascinating because you're this very high level being, but you're also just in the world. You smoke, you're drinking, you're
Yeah.
just like vibing out, and I think that's the connection. And I want more people to understand that that's what it can be like. That's what the spiritual
Yeah.
life can be like. So yeah.
Let's do that. When is it coming out?
I don't know. So we got to work on it, but we're still.
Yeah.
working on the funding. So right now it's just building up to that point. That music video, I think, with all the props and everything, it's gonna probably cost something like $50,000.
Oh yeah.
So we're just manifesting it, you know? So
Yeah.
we're in the process of manifesting everything, and it's all going like in that direction. Once I decided that this is the path, everything's coming, as you obviously know.
Yes.
So, yeah, but I feel very satisfied. I think th this is kind of like a Frank Yang thing, but I feel like I ejaculated the the creation to the world now.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
feel
If
like,
anybody that watches this and wants to support the music video, they can just email you and send you the money.
oh
That's it.
yeah,
Why not? Great idea. Happening. Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to introduce you quickly to my friend who's here. He's my bandmate. His name's Jacob,
Oh,
and
nice.
here I'll introduce you. Come in here, Jacob. So we met kind of randomly, and
Yeah.
it was actually interesting.
Yo,
Oh,
this is Jacob.
hey.
What's up?
Cool. You're vibing the beanie experience.
Oh yeah. It's same almost similar color too. It's
Yeah.
like a darker orange right here.
Nice.
This chair here.
So something interesting happened with us. Like we got together as a band. It was kind of random. Like we all kind of came together collectively on accident in a way. So
Yeah.
him and a few other people. And then we decided we kind of had the same vision, you know, to like
Yeah.
raise the consciousness of the planet through music. But then later I kind of figured out that like his dad is like a Hare Krishna and like a monk, you know, basically.
He's a devotee.
He's a devotee.
He's a Jew who converted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then our guitarist, he's like this black guy from Cleveland, you know? Like 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 East Cleveland. We have a couple bandmates, but one of them I was talking to him and he was like, "Yo, I'm really into reading." And I was like, "Oh, what kind of books do you like?" And he was like, "I think my favorite book is like the Bhagavad Gita."
Yes.
And I was like, "There's no fucking way." Like this dude, you don't understand. This guy's like just this black dude from Cleveland, like, and it's like he's our lead guitarist, and it was like totally divine, you know, like totally like meant to be.
Yeah.
So
Usually that's how things come along. Just right people show up in the right time with the right skills, and then boom.
yeah, so it's really manifesting. But
Yeah.
we're hoping maybe we can play a song for you.
Oh, yeah. Feel free.
Yeah.
Could
I
put
receive
on a
with joy.
show.
All right, let's go. So we're gonna play a song. It's like the intro song for our album that's gonna be coming out soon. So yeah,
You'll be our first audience member ever, pretty much.
yeah,
So
basically.
you have the
Thank you.
honor.
What an honor.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
the neighbors don't get angry because they got angry earlier at us for making noise. So we'll see. Um, oh yeah, so I'll move here.
This.
Were we gonna have it set on the piano or the organ, whichever one you like more?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. This is exciting. Okay. Oh wait, can you
Alright.
hear this by the way? Because sometimes Zoom will like cut out the sound. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. Put this on here.
Okay, that's on.
Ready?
Mhm.
All right.
Thank you guys. That
Yeah.
was really, really cool.
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
That was our little gift. Maybe the audio kind of sucked, but we'll be releasing this shit very soon. So yeah.
Yes. Good.
Mhm.
Well, I offer my gratitude.
Likewise.
Yes. And yeah, you know where to find me.
I do. I do know where to find me. Likewise. I have a feeling we're gonna probably do some big things. Like, I mean, I obviously we're already in the process of doing big things, but I think something really big is gonna happen in the future. Um, my background is kind of like with marketing.
Yeah.
So, long story short, my dad was a marketer and he sold yo-yos. So that's kind of how I got into it. He ended up selling about 30 million yo-yos globally, and he made $1 per yo-yo. So he's very successful with that. And my whole thing is kind of like social media marketing and everything. I ended up attaining about like 1 million subscribers in 6 months, and got like a few of my videos have over like 130 million views now. And I think so like I'm planning to use this to like promote modern monks and really like allow this thing to really flourish big. But I think there's some way that this connects to your thing, because I don't know exactly how it connects, but there's some connection there because like you have very deep wisdom. Like the level of wisdom that you have is very, very, very deep. And like somehow sharing that with the universe, with the world, with everybody is like very important. So yeah, I was just thinking about that. So
Yeah, it resonates. And when it's clear, it will turn up and we'll meet again when we meet again.
we shall.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, I guess I'll go see sunset with my friends, the one that just called me in the middle of the thing.
Sounds good.
Cool. And yeah, I'll forward you this so you guys have it too.
Such a blessing. Thank you so much. Wait, do you go
Nice.
by Nicole or Ilian?
Ilian.
Ilian, okay. Thank you, Ilian. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you, Even. And can you repeat me your name?
I'm Jacob.
Jacob. Even and Jacob. Thank you.
Mhm. Very
Sweet.
lovely meeting you and getting to spend time within your presence and everything. It was wonderful.
Yeah, no need for formalities, but we are that too. Okay, bye guys. Love
Bye.
you.
Much love.